Hey guys, I'm sorry I am out today, but we are going to be doing your CFA remediation. So we'll do corrections so that you can earn half the credit back. Some of you did really great and some of you missed none at all, so you don't have corrections to do. Some of you just missed one, which is also awesome. A few of you missed a few more, so I just want to make sure that we get those redone so that you can earn back half the credit for those as well. So the first thing I want you to do for your warm-up, you are going to write 3 sentences. So you will pull up Aspen, and in Aspen, you will look at your quarter 1 grades. You can change the quarter. And so I want you to rewrite the sentence and say, I made a blank on my Unit 2 CFA. And then you're going to say, I made a blank on my Unit 2 CFA review. And then you will say, next time to improve my grade, I will, and tell me what you will do. So I know a decent amount of you did not have your study guide completed before the test. So do we think that maybe to improve our grade, we might want to do our study guide? That seems like something that could help you prepare for the test, seeing that the questions are almost identical. So I am going to give you 5 minutes to pull up Aspen, look up your grade, and write these 3 sentences. Even if you made a 100, you still need to write your sentences. Go. I believe it's in the right-hand corner at the top where you can change the quarter. If somebody knows how to do it and somebody is struggling, please help your neighbors. Two and a half more minutes. Remember, you need to rewrite all 3 sentences. Make sure you are focused. 30 more seconds left. Alright. Okay. So, this kind of tells you what you missed and what you need to work on. Okay. So now let's just review a few questions real quick. Okay. So you can close your journals. You do not have notes. This is just something that we're going to be looking at. So please close your computers. Or nope, I take that back. Don't close your computers. You're going to need Desmos. Sorry. So go to Desmos Graphing. All right, so if I type in this equation to Desmos Graphing, I have y equals negative 2x minus 7. So I'm going to come here to Desmos Graphing. And I know one of you doesn't have a computer. Okay, you should still be able to follow along. So I have the equation y equals negative 2x minus 7. Okay, so here we go. I've graphed it. What do I see? Remember, I always tell y'all to zoom out one so it counts by 5. So now you can look at it again. Okay. What does this graph reflect? What does it show? Okay. What does it look like? It's a line, right? What do we call a straight line? What's the fancier word? Linear, right? Okay, so it's linear. Does it pass through the origin? No. So is it proportional or non-proportional? Okay. So it's non-proportional. I'm just going to put NP. Okay. And then remember we talked about this. If I put my finger here, see all these points it gives me? All of those points are solutions, right? So if it falls on the graph, on the line, it's a solution. So the graph shows all possible solutions, okay? Or all possible XYs, right? It doesn't just show, let's see, these right here are positive and negative. These right here are all negative. These are positive and negative. So it doesn't just show the negative ones. It doesn't just show the positive. It shows all of them, okay? It's not just a single point. It's not non-linear, right? It's a straight line. It's a line. Remember, linear, I have that word right here, right? Line. It is a straight line, okay? And it shows every solution. So if we were to keep zooming out, it keeps going and going and going. Bring it back so it counts by 5. It keeps going and going and going. So it shows all possible solutions. So that's what the graph of a line shows. So if it asks you, what does the graph of the line show? It's linear, and it has all possible solutions or all possible x and y values. Okay? So question 2 says, all right, well, does the point -2, -3 fall on the graph? All right, well, let's check it. Okay, here we go. If I type in -2, -3, All right, it gives me my point right there, right? I can label it, it labels it right here. Does that point fall on the graph? Yeah. So is it a solution? Yeah. Okay. So does it fall on the graph? Yes. Okay. Great. All right. What about this one? 0, -7. Okay. Now let's type in that one. Remember, when you type it in decimals, you have to do your parentheses. 0, -7. Well, 0, -7 is up here. Does that fall on my line? Is that on my red line here? No, right? So is it a solution? No. Okay? So if it falls on the line, if it's one of these points, then yeah, it's a solution. Okay? But if it falls up here, where this blue point is, that is not a solution. Okay? So make sure you know the difference. All right, so now it says, okay, well, what if we want to shift the graph of the line up 5? All right. Well, remember, up 5. If I'm moving up, what operation is that? Okay. Hopefully you said positive or add or plus. So that would be plus, how many? 6. Am I adding that to the M or to the B? Hopefully you said B, because remember, SSS says what? Slope stays the same. So my equation stays y equals -2x. That doesn't change. But I'm going to do plus 6 to my b, which is -7. So -7 plus 6. Now, it's okay to use your calculator. You can even use Desmos graphing to do calculations. -7 plus 6 is -1. So my new equation is y equals -2x minus 1. Okay. So remember, it's our b that we're changing. The m does not change. So now if I want to move it down 6, what am I going to do? I'm going to subtract or minus 6 from what number? The -7, my b, right? Okay. Again, slope stays the same, so it starts out as y equals -2x. Now, what is -7 minus 6? Again, use your Desmos. -7 minus 6, I get -13. So my equation is y equals -2x minus 13. So make sure you can answer all of these questions. This equation, y equals mx plus b, right? It's going to give me a linear function. It's non-proportional because it does not pass through the origin. But the line itself does show me all possible solutions, all possible x, y values. To check if it falls, if a point falls on the graph, if it's a solution, I can graph it in Desmos. If I'm shifting it up and down, I add if I'm moving up, I subtract if I'm moving down. SSS, my slope does not change. My slope in the first one, -2, right? My slope in the original one was -2. My slope here was -2. My slope here is -2. That -2x doesn't change. It's the b that's changing each time. It was originally -7. It changed to -1. It changed to -13. Okay. All right, here we go. I have two graphs. Okay. The equation for the red graph is y equals 3x. Okay. Look at the blue line. How is that different? Hopefully someone said, okay, well, the red graph is proportional, right? Proportional. Is the blue graph proportional? No, it doesn't pass through the origin, right? Okay. So the blue graph doesn't pass through the origin. Instead, what did we do to it? This one now starts here. So can we see how I moved it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we moved it up 5. You can see my initial value, my starting value, moved from 0 to what? The new starting point was 5. So if my original equation was y equals 3x, what's my new equation? Does my slope change? Nope. Slope, slope, slope. SSS. Slope stays the same. So my slope was 3. So y equals 3x. But what did I do? I moved it up 5. How do I write up 5? Plus 5. Okay? All right. What does the graph of a line show? We talked about this already. All possible solutions. Okay, it's all of our x's and all of our y's. It's not just the positives. It's not just the negatives. It's not some of them. It shows every single solution. All possible solutions. Okay? All right. So, those of you that need to be doing corrections, you are going to get your corrections now. I went through and made them individually for each person. So it tells you the question. It tells you the answer you put that was incorrect. And then you will go through and tell me what the new correct answer should be. Okay? So if you put C, should you tell me the new answer is C? No. Right? So go through, get those done. Remember, this is due at the end of class today. You cannot take this home. The rest of you, you have a little maze to work on. Okay? So everyone needs to be working. Everyone needs to be on task. Everyone needs to be nice to each other. All right. Have a good weekend.